You're watching an episode of Spirits People Live with Johnny Michelson.
Hey guys, it's Johnny here. You ever curious about how people around the world develop a passion for fine spirits? This is a series of live recordings from Instagram where I connect with spirits enthusiasts around the world and we share our stories and journeys into fine spirits with you guys. Now in this episode of Spirits People Live, I am talking with Jeremy, a fellow whiskey enthusiast based in the state of Virginia in the US. Now in this episode, Jeremy shares with us his journey into fine spirits, what the marketplace is like where he lives, but also how he's able to combine his passion for this beautiful spirit and another passion of his, which is photography. Now if you follow him on Instagram, you'll know that he has a beautiful feed of wonderful photos of bottles, and I'm very thankful for him spending the time with me and sharing his stories and his journey with us. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video of Spirits People Live, and thanks for watching.
For more videos, check out spiritspeople.com. Subscribe on YouTube and be sure to follow us on Instagram, where we connect you with spirits people worldwide.
We're back. It's Tuesday, Spirits Tuesday. We're live on Instagram once more. Let's see if anyone joins this wonderful Tuesday evening / morning. Oh, Jeremy, first to holla. I'll let you hang for a second. We'll just wait till some people join here. So, just to recap for people joining in. So once every Tuesday, I will now be going live with a fellow Instagrammer. And today we will have Jeremy, also known as the Charred Cask. And he is an absolute legend. And we've never spoken. We've had chats on Instagram, so this will be interesting. We'll see what happens. We'll see if he manages to balance some stuff. Hey Lee, what's going on? All right. Cool, so let's see. How do I always forget that. There's a whole week between my live sessions, so I forget how to do it. Oh shit. So Lee is drinking the Four Roses 1/30th. Oh, you mean this one? This is unopened. It shall remain unopened. It never made it farther than to my desk. Go live with Charred Cask. Here we go. See what happens. See if this works. If my internet is cracking on. There he is. No audio though.
Oh, can you hear me?
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Maybe there's a little lag.
That's all right. Excellent. There we go.
Awesome.
Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, nice to meet you as well.
So the first Spirits Tuesday with not a complete stranger, but we have never spoken, and I'm
That's
sure
true.
you can testament to this. So
Only over message.
yes. So this is excellent, and this is what Spirits People is all about. It's the people behind the spirits.
Yeah.
So once a few people joining here. So what I'll do for a second, Jeremy. Sorry, I don't want to leave you hanging. I'm going to flip the camera and show your Instagram feed here in my laptop.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, there we go. So as you will notice, if you're not Jeremy and just watching the stream, that there's a lot of bottles on here, and maybe there's a little bit of I don't know, similarities to my feed, except for your photos looks way better than mine. And there's some cool balancing stuff going on, so that's amazing. So yeah, hopefully we'll talk a little bit about that today.
Yeah, I'm working on building up my my Scotch collection. I typically have more American whiskey than anything else. So
Cool, man.
but
I see.
today,
I see. What is that? Are you balancing stuff in the background, or is that's
no,
how it's meant to
those
look?
are all empty boxes.
All right.
Yeah.
Even those you're balancing.
Yeah. But today I'm going to be drinking. I'm going to open up the E.H. Taylor single barrel, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Sweet. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you tried it before?
I have not. I've only had the
All
small batch, and actually, my buddy brought me a sample of the 4-grain as well, so I'm really
Oh,
excited
nice.
about that. Yeah.
You're in for a treat.
Yes. I can't wait. And I just brought a bottle of Thomas H. Handy home.
Oh, nice. That's the 2017 one or the latest one?
The latest one.
Oh, wow.
So I'm hoping it's good.
It is.
We have a lottery system here in Virginia, and so
Yep.
'cause it's all government regulated. So when they get something really special into the liquor stores, they do a lottery system across the whole state, and you have to enter.
Oh, wow.
Just chance of the draw, like it's all luck to get a good bottle, and then you have the chance to purchase it. I should say you don't even like win it.
Yeah. A lot of stores over here will do the same. Not government run, obviously, but still a lot of the stores who get the good stuff, the Pappies, the B-Tax, and that kind of stuff, they'll raffle it off.
Yeah.
So how does it work? I'm curious. So if you enter a raffle, is that like statewide, and you can pick it up and like it just gets distributed to whatever store is closest to you, or how does that work?
Yeah. So not every state is obviously government regulated here, but Virginia happens to be one of them. So if you enter one of the lotteries, it's statewide in Virginia, and then if you win or you're selected, they contact you and they say which store is best for you. And then when the bottle comes in, they just ship it to that store and you pick it up and pay for it there.
All right.
Yeah.
So no standing in line at like Liquor Barn or anything
No.
like
that. No, which is nice. And everything is market value. So it's not like it's jacked up to like $400 for something crazy rare. It's, if they do Pappy through the lottery, it is what MSRP is on Pappy. So it's really nice to get like bottles without having to spend a lot, but you're limited on what you can find.
Cool. That's awesome. Well, speaking of the good stuff, so apparently this year is the world's best whiskey, so I'll have some of that.
Wow. Okay. So you're drinking it. That's too funny.
I am drinking it. So this is the 2017. A certain whiskey reviewer has said that this apparently is the best, and old Buffalo Trace Glencairn as well. Full on.
I have to rep the charred cask, obviously.
Of course.
Nice.
I've yet to create glasses. I probably will someday. It's kind of a must-have in our world, if you will.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Cheers. One of my good friends, oh, that's good. I like that a lot.
The single barrel.
Yeah, the single barrel is great.
Nice.
One of my good friends is sitting behind me. I was telling you we're going to be recording a little podcast.
Yeah,
after
tell me.
this. So, he's been taking photos and joining the live stream from over there. So a little inception going.
That's awesome. So one of the reasons I started, and I've mentioned this a few times, and also maybe in the previous live session last week, that one of the reasons I started this account to begin with was to connect with other, not just whiskey drinkers, but with like spirits people.
Yep.
All over the world. So I think having people on like this is kind of leaning more towards what my vision was in the beginning. It took me a little while to figure that out, but as life happens, you're busy with work and you don't have enough time to kind of figure shit out. So it took me a little while, but I think here we are.
Yeah.
And I have a few questions. So I think
All right.
I'll try something new today and see how that goes. So I have a few questions for you. that viewers may or may not be interested in, but I think it could be interested to hear a little bit about how you got into whiskey and how long you've kind of been into it and stuff like that. So if you don't mind, give us an elevator pitch on that.
Yeah, so I've been into whiskey since before I was technically allowed to drink whiskey. And I think everyone, you know, here in the States, I think the typical is like the Jack Daniels is like, oh yeah, that's like the whiskey you kind of start out with, which I totally did. But it was something, it kind of just like hit me as something different. And it wasn't like a crappy vodka that I had to like shoot down. Not that all vodkas are crappy. I'm just saying like a low end vodka that I had to like drink real quick. And I started, you know, kind of enjoying it. And admittedly, I, you know, started mixing it with Coke, and Jack and Coke was great. And then slowly just evolved into trying, I think I moved into like Bullet and, you know, Buffalo Trace back when, I mean, I remember when Buffalo Trace was everywhere and it was like easy to find. And I started trying new things and just fell more and more in love with it and realized how different everything was. And then I did a trip out to the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. It was a kind of a birthday gift for my wife. And
Nice.
It was incredible. Like just seeing the science behind everything and how it's made and how like just the care and like the attention to detail that goes into it just blew me away. And I kind of fell more and more in love with it from there. And then over the past year, I've definitely like just taken a nosedive into like the whiskey world. Ever
rabbit
since,
hole.
you know, absolutely. Ever since the Instagram account started, I think I've just kind of been, it's given me an excuse, I think, to try new things and meet new people and try different whiskeys that I never thought I would, you know, maybe be into. And I am finding very quickly that I have a very wide palate. Like I like everything. So,
Yeah.
oh, yep. There's my
you.
wife.
All
She's
right.
best trip ever. Food and drink for 4 days was awesome. It was
Nice.
incredible. Yeah. Bourbon Trail, I definitely want to get back there. Scotland is also on my list. So
yeah, that's my dream is to go to, I shouldn't say a dream, it's my goal to go to Kentucky because it will happen eventually. It's just a matter of when.
yeah.
So yeah, a birthday trip maybe. We'll see what my missus is saying to that. My wife does not drink whiskey, although she is partial to the old fashioned, which I drink almost like water.
Same. I think I can drink it too quick. It's a little dangerous.
Yeah, I know. So cool. So there's quite a few people joining here. We got Scotch Trooper in here. A little bit of we got celebrity in the house.
Yeah, I saw him. I can't figure out how to like wave to people. It doesn't give me the option. I don't know if because I'm a guest if I can't like.
I don't know actually.
I can.
It's popping up at the bottom here for me. Booker's Bry is here. He's gonna try and outbalance you with something in the background. Oh, you got the filters there. You got filters going on.
Yeah, I have filters.
That's great.
Now I don't know how to get rid of it.
It's been an interesting recording to watch back. So while we're at it, so you just hit 200 posts on Instagram, and congratulations on that. That's
Thank
awesome. So in terms of, and as I was showing in the beginning, I'm not going to show it again right now, but your feed, obviously, your pictures are way better than mine. So you are into photography. So talk a little bit about that. And I think you also mentioned that you might do a course or something like that. I don't know if that's still in the works.
Yeah, so I am a graphic designer by trade. Visual designer is my technical title. I focus primarily on like digital, so web, mobile apps, etc. And photography, you know, I use photos obviously in like everything I do. But in school, in college, when I was getting my degree, I started taking a ton of photography classes. And it's always been something I've been really interested in, you know, kind of like capturing that moment in time. And it just has slowly evolved into something that is like a big side hobby of mine. I've done a few weddings and event photography, and I owned a letterpress printing business before we moved down to Virginia, my wife and I.
Oh, wow.
And so when we moved, I had to sell that. and because it was just like way too crazy to transfer down with us. So when we got down here, we bought a house and we kind of got settled, and I'm like, all right, I need something to do. Like, I'm always busy. I'm always, go. And I wanted to do something around photography, and I kind of just one day was like, I should do a whiskey, Instagram account and blog, and teach people about whiskey, and it just kind of evolved from there. So combining my passion for photography and whiskey, and it's just kind of blown up. And I had my website. I was like, all right, I could like get this done, and then the Instagram account took off, and I'm like, oh crap, like it's way more work than I was expecting. So now I'm like, trying to get that done, but it's getting very, very close. And it's kind of evolved a couple times. It's going to be more of like an educational platform instead of a traditional blog.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
So is that by any chance going to have any input to your? You mentioned a podcast. You guys, your friend who was with you there. You guys are talking about some stuff. Like, do you want to reveal what that's going to be about, or is that it's too soon?
Yeah. So yeah, my buddy, he runs the RVA Whiskey Society group or Instagram account for them, and it's a group of 12 of us. And we get together once a month at a different person's house, and a different person hosts each month. And we're, everyone in the group is super passionate about whiskey. Him and I, just become good friends, and kind of we're looking to do a little something else, and had this idea to do a podcast. We've recorded a few episodes, but we're kind of like trying to find our rhythm with it. Like we don't want to just record and put something out. We're both perfectionists, so we're trying to find that groove. So yeah, I don't know if it's a huge secret or anything like that, but where he's like, well, it wasn't, or it isn't anymore.
Sorry guys.
But yeah, it's just something, a little passion project of ours, and yeah, we're excited to see where it goes.
Awesome. So some people may ask or have questions about this, but your balancing thing, where did that come from? What happened?
I'm trying to remember. I think the first one, it really just started from the Angels Envy Toast the Trees event that just took place.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think my first one was for that, just trying to do something a little bit different. They're not really my style of photography. It's definitely less about the photography and more about the balance. So which is why I don't do it every day. And it's a little nerve-wracking too. So I think it started and people just responded really well to it. And then I think I found out about, spirits people, and I was like, okay, this could work out perfectly. So every Tuesday I started, just doing it. And it just sort of like fell into this rhythm.
Nice. And
yeah, I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to continue the balancing act, because it's like, it's getting a little nerve wracking. Like today, the one I put, was it today's post? The one I posted today, I went back and I started looking at the photos, and I'm like, oh wow, like the bottom bottle is actually like leaning crooked, and I'm like, I don't know how. Fall.
I saw like, because you put is it like whiskey rocks or something?
Actually, yeah, Cask Preserve just joined. It's their whiskey stones, which I don't always obviously put stones in my whiskey, but they are probably the highest quality ones I've seen. Not to give a little plug for them, but
sell.
And then their glass on top with some more stones in it as well. So it was a little different than the Glencairns, which I'm used to putting on them. So yeah, it was really cool.
Awesome. Yeah, I was getting real nervous seeing that photo. It's kind of freaking me out, and which leads me into my follow-up questions. Have you had any casualties in your efforts?
So not from the balancing. I unfortunately dropped a bottle in doing just regular photography on my patio of Lagavulin 16.
Oh God.
I almost cried. I was so bummed about that. But I took a photo of it and made a Instagram post about it. So, But yeah, I was pretty bummed. That's the only bottle I've broken so far. I have like been balancing and they have fallen, but they haven't broken yet. And luckily when that happens, I do it on the ledge of my porch for a reason, because it's a mulch bed underneath. And so when they start to fall, I just push them and they just fall in the mulch bed. And so they don't break. But that's like my secret. The glasses I'm less concerned about. They haven't broken yet, but if those break, I'm fine.
Is that your wife saying it smelled amazing, I think, there?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I don't want to talk about it. It smelled great, but I would definitely rather have the bottle.
Yeah, you can lie down on your porch, just like
just
get a little bit in there.
bask in it.
Yeah. Oh, the Lager 16 smells amazing. I love that stuff.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So I have a few quick questions here. These are trying to like shooting from the hip. So these are kind of like, I don't know, what do we call them? I don't know. I'll just shoot them over. So like, do you have at this present time any favorite? And we'll start with like an American whiskey. Do you have a favorite American whiskey at the moment? Like a bottle of something that is your, like, this is the best and this is what I would prefer right now. Yeah,
so I have two ties for my favorite American whiskeys.
All right.
First of which is the Westland sherry cask. So Westland out in Seattle, Washington, I believe. They have an American oak, sherry, and a peated. Those are their three like staple ones, and then they do all these like single cask release. I have one of their single casks. They are like, oh, it's incredible. But the sherry one is definitely one of my favorites. And then my second one is Virginia Distillery, which I'm really excited because they are like not far from me. Their Chardonnay cask I love that one. It's incredible. Which is funny because they have a cider cask that gets like all the glory, but I love the Chardonnay one. I'm getting all my cask types mixed up.
Cider cask is like, oh wow.
Yeah, that one's really good too. That's probably the second favorite for me, but the Chardonnay one I absolutely love. It's like very light, very like creme brulee. It's like a dessert.
Nice. We got Bourbon Patty here saying Westland Sherry Cask is excellent.
Oh yeah.
I believe in. So next question is, do you have a favorite non-American whiskey?
Yes. So.
And this could be, so Canada doesn't count as, so North America. Canada could be one, Japan, like.
I haven't explored too many Canadian whiskeys. My stepdad is really big into Canadian whiskeys, but he only mixes them with ginger ale, so I don't know if that's like...
it doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count. I'm trying to think. So let's see. This Aberfeldy is actually like amazing, and the reason it's one of my favorites, it's also like really inexpensive. Oban Distillers Edition is probably my all-time like non-American favorite at the moment. This one was absolutely incredible. It's the 2003 to 2017 edition. And then, the Lagavulin was definitely, where's my finger? There it is. Lagavulin was one of my favorites. I honestly have like had so many things non-American that I'm just like, holy crap. Just tried the Hedonism from Compass Box. That one's unreal. That one's insane. But I don't own that bottle. I did post a photo of it, but that was my buddy's who's sitting right behind me, his bottle.
Fair enough. Yeah. You can borrow.
Yeah, exactly. I try to like, anytime I have to like give a bottle to somebody or like I pick up one for someone else, I'm taking a photo of it. I try to be as open, as honest about that as possible. Like, this isn't my bottle, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm the same. Do it for the gram.
Exactly. Oh, actually, I just remembered one. Sorry. The Weller Craft Your Perfect Bourbon, the CYPB, the gold label. That one is incredible. I've had that.
Oh, really? I've not tasted that.
It's really good.
Yeah, I don't think I haven't seen haven't even seen a bottle over here. Like, and I know some fellers who would like go through to a crazy length to get some of that stuff, but I haven't even seen one of those over here. So that's a lot.
Yeah. My coworker.
I can imagine they'll be going for crazy secondary right now.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Last bottle question. What's your favorite non-whiskey?
My favorite non-whiskey. Ooh. Man, that's a tough one. I would say, have you ever had like a good mezcal is not bad. I'm down with that. I love aged stuff. So, but yeah, so a mezcal or there's oh gosh, what was an aged gin? An aged gin I've had before that was really good. I forget the name of it. But yeah, gin or tequila or mezcal are high on my list.
Yeah.
How about you? What's your favorite?
I'm really getting into rum lately. So there was a rum fest, which is, I believe, a global event, and it was just on here Saturday in London, and I went. It's basically like a whiskey live or whiskey show, but for rum. And yeah, I was blown away. There's so much good stuff. Yeah, it was kind of hard to. It's hard to focus. It's like you let a kid loose in a candy store and you're like,
you're like everything.
Yeah. Awesome. So, and I was trying to be somewhat reasonable. My wife was with me, so I had my spittoon and everything, like trying to like approach it quite professional, but still like a kid in a candy store. But yeah, there was some really cool stuff. I'll show you the favorite. It's right here.
Do you find? Sorry, I have a quick question. Do you find yourself? Ooh, what is that? I love that packaging.
So this is a
Jamaica
part of this transcontinental thing from La Maison de Whiskey in Paris, and they do this range. So they have, I believe, like 8 or 9 of these. So this here is, I believe, the 8th edition. It's a cask strength Worthy Park Jamaican rum. It's freaking phenomenal. It's so good.
That sounds amazing. Do you do any of the like cask finished whiskeys, or cask finished? Obviously, the rum cask finished whiskeys. Have you had any of those, or like do you find that you lean in that direction at all?
I believe that. Yeah, the Angel's Envy rye I have is the rum cask finish. It's unfortunately not my favorite. It's a little bit too sweet.
He's like, what? We love that one. So.
Yeah,
but
it's one of the few. Yeah, it's and now that I'm getting into rum, I might have to go back and see how I feel about it, because like it may have changed my perception of that sweet palate. But yeah, I'm like, your palate changes all the time, and like. The other day I just saw Marblet whiskey join here, Richard. So randomly ran into him at Milroy's here in London, and I just felt like having a Scotch, like out of nowhere. Yeah. And it was the day that they released this.
Oh my God. That is a nice bottle. That is a nice bottle.
This is excellent. It was so good. So we were all drinking this at the bar, and then I was like, man, this is great, but I just really want a Scotch. So Eddie, the bartender, is like, give me a Scotch. Like, this is kind of what I want. And he picked up a bottle, and it was like, yeah, you're just in the mood for something.
Yep.
So yeah. I've stated this many times. I'll drink anything that's been crafted and has alcohol in it. So.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I'm not going to turn a drink away. Yeah.
Nope.
The Balvenie, this isn't it, but the Balvenie 14-year Caribbean cask is also really good as well.
I do like that one.
That one's good. It's I like that one because it balances the sweetness. You know, it has a little bit of peat, a little bit of the slight smoke come through, which I think balances the sweetness from the rum cask really well. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I dig that. I think. Not to like lash out at Angel's Envy. I think the problem that I have with that one is like it's so full bodied. I think whereas the Balvenie is a little bit like it can take that sweetness because it's a little lighter. in this
Yeah.
flavor. Like it has that typical like Balvenie, like nice and very approachable flavor, but then it has that kind of sweet layer on top, whereas
Yep.
Angel's Envy was like full on and like just very, very sweet.
Which is actually why I like that one.
Yeah,
I love the bold.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
that's amazing. My wife, like out of the entire cabinet that I have here, my wife will drink the Angel's Envy. She won't drink anything else.
She has good taste.
Well,
no, I like that one, and the Westland is very much like that. It's it just has this crazy coat your mouth, feel to it. Oh, Marvel's saying Firing Cane. I haven't tried that one yet.
All right.
It's like high on my list. I really want to get my hands on that. They don't have it in Virginia yet, so waiting for that to come. I think it's coming soon to Virginia, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, those single malts that like just give you that whole mouth like coat, and you're just like, oh, like all the taste buds are going. Those are like my jam. So the Angel's Envy is close to that. It's not obviously a single malt, but it's close to that where I'm just like, ooh, I like that. But
that's
I can
awesome.
appreciate it being a little overpowering.
Yeah, and as I said, like I'm really digging the rum lately, and I haven't actually dug into the Angel's Envy, so I'll have to give it a go. See if anything's changed.
Awesome.
Cool. Yeah, a lot of people joining here. I'm just gonna see if there's any comments. Don't think I've missed any. Most people are just dropping in, giving a thumbs up, saying that the char cask is amazing. Char cask is amazing.
I haven't seen those comments. Where are those comments at?
No, I just delete them.
That's funny.
All right, cool. I have one more question.
Oh yeah, what's up?
One more question for you, and then I think we need to do a giveaway as we do on Tuesdays, as you know. So I'm trying to decide. I have two questions. I'm trying to decide which to go for, but I think I will go for the last one, and then the other question I'll save for next week, where I have another guy who's actually a rum guy. I'll talk a little bit about that later. So my last question is, if you were to name either a child or a pet after a bottle or a brand of any kind of spirit, what would you name your child or pet?
Damn, that's a question.
It was.
All right. Trying to think about this.
You
trying
can
to think of, like my name. My mind
can,
immediately goes to like Jameson because that's like such an easy one. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, yeah, Handy, like a Thomas.
Maybe calling your kid Handy is not the best.
yeah. No, maybe not. That's awesome. I mean, I like the not because of the whiskey, but I like the name Jameson, and so I might go Jameson, but not a representation of the whiskey itself. I just like that name. Yeah,
it is a cool name. I dig it.
Yeah.
I actually really like the. Have you ever tried the Jameson 18?
Okay, so my experience with.
Oh, what?
Sorry, I got a phone call in the middle of the.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I thought you lost you.
I'm like, who's calling me? My experience with Jameson is just like the base level stuff, and then like the brewers. They had like some brewers edition ones. I think I had the stout edition. So no, I have not.
Caskmates?
Yes, the Caskmates. That's what it was. Which I have on my shelf downstairs. I've never had the 18. Is it good?
It's excellent. It's I really like the stout Caskmates. It's really, really nice.
That's the one I have.
It's just like drinking. Yeah, it's just like drinking chocolate milk. But yeah, the 18 is like more. It's a more mature and more complex whiskey, as you would expect from 18 years. But it just doesn't taste like Jameson. Like it tastes like something that's completely different, like a lot more, like if you've had any of the other stuff coming out of Middleton, like some of those like rare stuff, like Middleton's like Bear Crockett or anything like that, like it's in that league for me.
Okay.
Although it's way cheaper. So I'll highly recommend that.
I'll
But
have
I
to
don't know
go.
how easy it is to get.
Yeah, I'll have to
What's
see
that?
if I can even find it. And if I see it, and if it's at a good price, maybe I'll pick that one up.
Yeah, man.
I've been looking for a really good, non-expensive. That's why this one right here, Aberfeldy, is on my list, because I want to say in the $45 range, and I mean, it's a single malt. It's non-peated. I mean, it's a Scotch, but it's like non-peated. It's fantastic, and I really enjoy it.
Hmm.
But I need those good cheap whiskeys to find.
Cheap being like underlined.
Yeah, exactly. Like underline that one 3 times.
Yeah. I think your buddy there is saying that he named his dog Diageo.
Oh, I didn't even see his comment come in. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. There you go. Yeah, he was like looking at me before, and I was like trying to like psychically get it, but I didn't get it. Yeah, I like it. Oh,
Glendalough.
yeah,
All right, here we go.
I like that name
all
too.
all the names.
Yeah.
I think I would name my cat Whistle Pig.
See, that I like. And I was like, yeah, a cat, like that would be good. Whistle Pig. Yep, that's great. That's a good name.
Pretty ironic, but still pretty hilarious. Because the pig is laughing on the bottle, right? So yeah, it's just taking the piss.
Yeah. And I don't know, the Boss Hog, the 5 just came out. They just released.
Oh
that.
yes.
That
Oh,
I've never had the Boss Hog or the 15-year. Only the 12-year, which is really, really good.
Oh, the old world stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
so we finished.
What was that?
I was just saying, we finished a bottle of the Black Prince the other day at a gathering. It was a little bit left, and we shared it around. It's just fucking phenomenal. It's so good.
That's awesome. That would be good.
It's not in the cheap category. It's and it wasn't my bottle, so I'm perfectly fine finishing that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When it's handed to me, I'll drink it.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, Marvel.
All right. All right. See you, Richard. All right. Cool. So, Jeremy, we have to do Spirits Tuesday. That's how it goes. All right. So I need to bring up. Let's see if I've done my homework. I have.
Looks like you had quite a few entries this week.
Yes, there was 16 in total.
Dang.
Which was this? Yeah, it's been 16 the last 3 weeks. That's a pretty good steady number. People are starting to double up, which I think is pretty cool. Like Emma, who was one of the British Bourbon Society members over here, doubled up. So she did 2 posts. So trying to increase her chances.
Yeah, I think I accidentally did 2 posts. Not like that's a bad thing, but the video I posted for the 200th post, I'm pretty sure I tagged you in that one. But like, I was like, oh wait, like because I saw you posted on your story, and I was like, oh, that's right, I did post. That was like within the week time, because I'm so used to it being on Tuesday. I'm like, oh, I guess that qualifies.
Yeah. No, I'm silently starting to remind people that you can post every day. It's like, yeah, so I made this change, and obviously now that everyone got used to being on Tuesday only, and now it's like, yeah, every day, and it takes time. So
yep, it does. But no, it's good, because then you don't have to like rush to get a photo taken for Tuesday, or you can do it whenever you have time. Over the weekend is great. So
yeah,
get those.
Yeah, one of my friends over here is saying I'm doing army training every Tuesday night, and like he has the biggest collection. It's like, you're missing out. Now he's got no excuse.
There you go. Yeah, any day.
All right, cool. Here we go. Flipping the camera.
All right.
So let's see. So you know how it goes. So we have, let's see how many here. All right, so 46 is the last number.
46.
And number 2 is the first number. So any number between 2 and 46, both numbers included.
Okay.
And I shall then ask you to give me a random number of your choosing.
37.
37. All right, cool. So I'll scroll to the bottom here, and I'll randomize. Boom, Drams and Drips.
There it is. Drams and Drips.
Amazing. Drams and Drips. I have 2 posts from him or her. I'm not actually sure. I've never spoken to Drams and Drips. I did notice that they submitted one this week, so that's awesome. Congratulations.
Awesome. So is that
Excellent.
for the, what was that winning? Was that a t-shirt, or where are we at on the
So
we have a lot of things.
I have a lot of things. It's completely random and out of control. So this week's winner of a tote bag.
Tote bags, that's those. Okay.
Tote bag, which is in production, which is amazing. It's only taken me like what, 3 months?
Yeah. Is it the logo that's on your account? Is that what you're using?
It will be. So I posted up the brand design in my feed. I haven't changed my fucking Instagram. I haven't changed my Instagram design. That's a good point. I need to do that. I'll put this on my list.
Yeah.
So if you scroll back through my feed, there was a post, black and white design of Spirits People. So the way it's going to work is that I will have a limited design or limited edition of this design printed on the tote bags, and then once I run out of those, I'll have another designer do another design of Spirits People, and that will be printed as another limited edition. So now I have to figure out, because now people have already won tote bags, but maybe you want the new design as well. So I've once again dug a hole that I'm trying to figure out how to get out of.
You'll get caught up one day and you'll be like, oh man, what do I do now?
Yeah, it's like
you'll have so much.
I'm out of money. Like, what happened?
Out of money. Well, I hope not.
No, it'll be fine. My wife will be my sugar mama, so she'll have to support me. Anyway, so Drams and Drips, this week's winner of the Spirits People tote bag limited edition version 1.
Yeah, version.
All right,
you gotta start putting that version on there.
Yeah, it does. Like right now, it does says on the print, limited edition design. It doesn't say version. That's a mistake. I'll put that on with a permanent marker now.
Yeah, you'll sign it and then version 1. There you go.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I'll put like a big ugly signature on it. I'm sure people be real happy walking around with that.
No, they'll just be like, oh, who signed your bag? Like, they'll think it's someone famous. Just make it look like very wavy, and yeah, it'll be great.
But it is someone famous. Hello.
Yeah, obviously, that's what I'm saying. Like, they'll be like, great.
All right, cool. So
Small batch. I like that. Leap Rovoost?
Lee, he's saying small batch.
Oh, Lee Provost. Okay. Lee Provost.
Lee Provost.
Yeah, Provost. Okay. Yeah, small batch. There you go. It's a small batch production.
Oh man, that should have been on there's a little design feature there. I'm not going to say what it is, but there's a little design feature. I should have put small batch on that.
No.
Next time.
Yeah, next time. You can't overthink it.
Next time.
I do the same thing with all my stuff. I'm like, oh no, should have done that. But
Too many ideas.
Exactly.
All right. So as it goes, so we also need to move someone from the winners of tote bags over to my list of potential t-shirt winners. So not everyone wins a t-shirt. It's a very special thing to win. Everyone wants to win it, of course.
Obviously.
So I'm going to flip the camera here again. Jeremy's going to be my personal assistant. So here we have the winners of tote bags, which includes Jeremy himself. Oh no, you sit over on the other list. That's right.
Yeah, I'm on
you've been elevated. All right, let's see if I can. Sorry, I need to get it in frame. There we go. All right, so we have. Let's see, 2 is the first number. 53. Holy shit.
Oh wow.
All right, so any number between 2 and 53, including both numbers, and this is for being added to my potential t-shirt winning list, which is bright orange.
Oh wow. All right, we're
so I'll flip back to this. Sorry, did you say a number?
Oh yeah, sorry, 46.
46. All right, cool. So I'm going to randomize. 46, Whiskey of the People.
There you go.
Who is not going to see this because he is at his army training tonight.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Speaking of.
That's awesome.
All right, Mark is Mark is going to have to watch this on replay and get really excited.
Yeah.
So there we go.
That's great. Congratulations.
Oh my gosh. Mark, congratulations. You're now on my special list for t-shirts.
Love it.
And drams and drips. Going away with the tote bag. Amazing.
Yeah. I like that name. That's a cool name.
Drams and drips. Yeah.
Drams
I'm
and
digging
drips.
it.
Rolls off the
Drams and drips. If you're on here, reveal yourself. I don't think...
Reveal yourself.
It's a Harry Potter reference.
Yeah, totally got that.
No, I don't think drams and drips are on here, but
All good.
they'll get notified. So that's awesome. Cool, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we got to do this. This is a nice sort of meeting virtually.
It's like a virtual meet with the world watching.
Yeah, I know.
Judging us.
Judging every move. Yeah, exactly. Well, if you ever do that Bourbon Trail trip, let me know. I'm not too far from there, so I could
all right, cool.
make the drive out. I could be persuaded to make a trip out.
I'm kind of I'm interested in that Virginia distillery. I don't think we're gonna see any of that stuff over here, so I'm excited to see what comes out of there.
Yeah, I could ask them. I know they're in 48 states now, I believe they said. So I think they're working on. They're pretty new in terms of like as far as distilleries go. So I think they're working on getting that production across the states, and then I'm sure the goal is to go global. So
Go global.
Yeah, they're doing their pure single malt will be released in 2020. Right now, all their stuff is a Virginia like whiskey that they make here, and then they marry it with a Scotland whiskey, which is no longer Scotch, comes to America, and it's finished in different types of casks. So it's a really unique American whiskey that is just something completely different that you can't really find anywhere else. So I really big fan of them. So
now I'm even more jealous.
yeah, and it's like an hour and a half away from me, so I can make a trip.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Cool.
Awesome.
Dude, that's awesome. All right, cool. Jeremy, you and I will catch up probably on the chat in Instagram. But thank you so much for going to work early and taking off and joining me today. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Thanks for having me.
And yeah, of course. And good luck with the podcast. Looking forward to your website.
Yeah, lots going on.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
All right, cool.
Take it easy, man.
All right. Peace.
See ya. Peace.
All right. That's awesome. The Chart Cask, special guest. That's amazing. All right, so I'm going to close this out. Before I do that, I will mention that next week I have another special guest, which is, you will know him as Rum_Diaries. His name is Stephen James. He's an absolute legend when it comes to rum. I ran into him this weekend at the Rum Fest, and yeah, you can imagine he was very excited about that. But yeah, so I'll have a chat with him, get his insights on what's new in the rum world, maybe. I don't know. I don't know that much about rum, but he does. So he can maybe give us a little bit of insights into that. And until then, if you want to join Spirits Tuesday, be able to win a tote bag, which I give away every week. Post a picture on Instagram with 2 bottles of fine spirit. Could be any bottles. I have a couple of bottles here, just as an example. If I were to take a picture of these 2, put them up, and use the hashtag Spirits Tuesday, then you are automatically added to my giveaway list. So do that, and until then, I'll see you next week with the Rum Diaries. Peace.
Thank you for watching this episode of Spirits People Live. For more videos, check out spiritspeople.com, subscribe on YouTube, and be sure to follow us on Instagram, where we connect you with spirits people worldwide.